Hey everyone, and welcome back, where today we are going to be refinishing this mid-century modern dresser. Yes, you did hear that right. We're going to be refinishing it, no paint. So if you want to see how this piece turns out, make sure you stick around. And we figured since this dresser had all flat surfaces and would be easy to sand, it would be a good candidate for refinishing. I start by removing the hardware and putting it aside for later. Next, I clean the piece with TSP. Then I start the long and tedious process of sanding the finish off the entire piece. You can use a stripper for this, but I've always preferred the sanding method when possible. I decided to remove this bottom trim piece with the front legs to make it easier to sand the legs down. Now there was a few chips in the veneer that I had to repair, so I tried wood filler first and let it dry for later. And as you can see, I ended up removing the filler because no matter what paint, stain, or coloring I tried, I couldn't match it close enough to the finish. Again, another drawback of refinishing. I ended up mixing some wood glue with some of the sawdust from sanding, and that was about as close as I could get. So I am working to get some of this lighter finish out of the grains, but I'm hoping most of it blends with the finish we'll be using, because working it all out of those grains without breaking through the veneer is very tedious and almost impossible. While I have it on its side, I decided to replace the metal glides with new nylon ones. For the finish, I'm using Fusion Stain and Finishing Oil in the color Natural. So overall, this didn't turn out the way we expected. We liked the overall color, but the remaining finish in these grains just doesn't look good. We can't sand anymore because, as I said earlier, we seriously risk sanding through the veneer. In person, it looks almost like it's dried up and cracked. It doesn't look good. We thought about staining it a darker color, but I really don't think it would make a difference. In addition to that issue, you can see this edge here just doesn't jive with the rest of the piece. Sanding the finish off exposed the edge of the wood underneath, and there isn't much we can realistically do to match that. And last, you can see that on this side the veneer is different shades underneath, probably original from the factory. So these are the two options we've come up with. A wash with black milk paint, but if it doesn't hide the imperfections as a wash, we may have to layer it thicker. Or option B is painting it in Fusion's mineral paint color Bellwood. The Bellwood is sort of a greenish with gray undertones color. So let us know in the comments below which one you would pick. A, the black milk paint, or B, Fusion in the color Bellwood. So we need to allow about a week for the stain and finishing oil to cure before we can really sand it again and paint it. So make sure you vote, and we'll post the winner in the community tab. Keep your eyes open for part 2 of this video in the coming weeks. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but we're gonna keep moving forward and make this a beautiful piece in the end.